It was a beautiful Saturday morning, 2008, and Max, a curious golden retriever, was about to embark on one of his favorite adventures, a ride in the car with his owner, Emma. Emma had promised to take him to the park, and Max was practically bouncing with excitement in the back seat of her old sedan. "All right, buddy, ready for some fun?" Emma asked, giving Max a gentle scratch behind the ears as she adjusted her rearview mirror. Max barked excitedly, wagging his tail furiously. He could hardly contain himself. He loved the park. The car started and they were off, driving through the winding streets of their small town. But as Max pressed his nose against the window, enjoying the sights and smells of the outside world, a different sensation began to stir within him. Max's stomach churned a little. He had eaten breakfast earlier than usual that morning, and his excitement had distracted him from an important detail. He hadn't taken his morning walk yet. Emma hummed a song, unaware of Max's growing discomfort. The car rolled along the road, the sound of tires on pavement a comforting rhythm. But then, without warning, Max felt it, a rumbling in his stomach. And then, the unmistakable pressure. Max's eyes widened in realization. He had to go, and fast. Before he could bark or do anything about it, the inevitable happened. Max couldn't hold it anymore. The mess made its way onto the back seat, leaving a trail of regret behind. He looked at the mess with wide eyes, then at Emma, who was still blissfully unaware of his predicament. Max, a little embarrassed, let out a soft whine. Emma glanced in the rearview mirror, and her eyes went wide. "Oh, Max," she exclaimed. She pulled the car over as quickly as she could, realizing the disaster unfolding in the back. With a deep sigh, Emma parked the car by the side of the road. She got out, opened the back door, and found Max sitting quietly, his head hung low in apology. The mess wasn't too bad, but it was enough to require a good cleaning. "Looks like we're not going to the park just yet, huh?" Emma said with a smile, even though she couldn't help but chuckle. She loved Max dearly, and while the mess was certainly unpleasant, she knew it wasn't his fault. After cleaning up as best as she could, Emma turned to Max and ruffled his fur. "You're still my good boy. Let's get home and clean up, and maybe take that walk after." Max wagged his tail, feeling a little better. He didn't know how he had ended up in this embarrassing situation, but he was sure of one thing. His next car ride would definitely start with a walk first.